Hey there everybody, I'm Burak and welcome to Cathlist. Let's jump right in. In June of 2017, a study was released in England about practicing Christians, and it found that around 13% of teenagers who identify as practicing Christians said they decided to become a Christian after a visit to a church or cathedral. The study was commissioned by the Christian youth organization Hope Revolution Partnership and was completed in December of 2016. But they waited to publish the results because they were so surprised by the numbers. But another study by another Christian group called Youth for Christ found similar results. While I find it amazing, the percentage of British youth who are converting based on their experience being in a church is not surprising in some ways. Pope Benedict XVI highlighted the importance of beauty and liturgy in Sacramentum Caritatis, saying, "Certainly an important element of sacred art is church architecture. It is important to remember that the purpose of sacred architecture is to offer the church a fitting space for the celebration of the mysteries of faith, especially the Eucharist." So, in the spirit of promoting evangelization through art, we thought we'd focus on some churches that, I'm sure they're inspiring to some, but are lacking in Pope Benedict's extremely effective part of communicating the gospel message. Basically, we're going to be poking fun at these designs because they are hilarious and just weird. So let's go. The Church of St. Bernadette in Nevers, France. If a World War II era pillbox in a Cold War bomb shelter had a baby, it would be this church. Fortunately, the inside is much more, oh no, actually that's worse. I feel like one of the people in The Giver who couldn't see color. On the plus side, when the zombie apocalypse or nuclear disaster comes, you could hold out in there for a while and you'd be close to the Eucharist. St. Paul Parish in Perugia, Italy. It's cubist, with chunks cut out. Side note, chunks is a disgusting word. The Church of St. Monica in Spain. It's like if Pablo Picasso designed a rocket ship with afterburners. I'm also convinced that MC Escher designed the wall behind the altar. Just looking at it makes my brain hurt. Let's move on. The Cathedral Basilica in Moringa, Brazil. Okay, is it a dunce cap? Witch's hat? I certainly hope not. A clown hat? I'm struggling with inspiration here, but the effect is the same. Whoa, lit up at night. It actually looks like a crystal fairy palace from a children's movie. That's not quite it. I got it. It's like a jester's hat from Carnival. Yep, definitely. Iris thinks this one is cool, and I think she's weird. St. Francis DeSales in Norton Shores, Michigan. Shout out to the Bitten. We're in Michigan, by the way. If you didn't know, Ave Maria Radio's studio is there. Holla! Anyway, from one angle, the outside looks like a concrete hipster haircut. From another angle, it looks like a concrete ship's sail with a crow's nest on top. Behind the altar, you've got a set from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Church of St. Patrick in Armonk, New York. Just nails the whole nuclear cooling tower aesthetic, doesn't it? St. Clements in Bettlock, Switzerland. My guess is the architect had kids, and they're like my kids who leave their toy blocks lying in piles around my living room. But in this case, instead of stubbing and swearing, the architect was like, you know what? This incredibly painful incident has inspired me to build a church. Then, the Church of the Most Holy Trinity in Vienna, Austria was like, yeah, hold my beer. And both of them are being sued by Jenga for copyright infringement. The Cathedral of Christ the Light in Oakland, California. The Raiders may be heading to Vegas, but at least the good people of Oakland have this football-shaped glass edifice to enjoy. Depending on the angle at which you're standing and the amount of light coming in, there will be an image of Jesus that appears. 94,000 perforations work together to create the image of Christ. I gotta admit, that part is kind of neat. I know there's so many more, but we'd like to conclude today's list with a shout out to the Diocese of Tijuana, Mexico. Archbishop Francisco Moreno Barón of Tijuana recently made the decision to stop building his new cathedral after 11 years of construction. The reason? It didn't look like a cathedral. He had taken over the diocese in August of 2016 to find the project stalled and short on cash, and the original architect, I can't make this up, jailed for smuggling cocaine into the US. He said, in its eagerness to be modern, the project does not resemble a Catholic temple, much less a cathedral. And that is all the time we have for now, folks. Thanks for watching this episode of Cathlist. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out the links in the description below. It's been a cringe-worthy episode, but you hung in there. Thank you. I'm Pete Burak, and we'll see you next week. God bless. Now they look that up.